Welcome back, motherfuckers. Welcome to another edition to the ECC Fantasy Football Show Recap Edition. We're going to jump right in. This one's quick and easy. We're going to do why you're still a Charger fan, taking on Tater Salad. He actually, unlike the real Chargers, secured a win. 191.75 to 146.45. Let's see, keys to the game for Chad. From what I saw, it was Gurley again. He took over again. He's the number one ranked player, I think, right now in Yahoo, based on his 7 touchdowns so far and all of his points. He's fucking going nuts. So I wish I took him. Houston defense got 36 for him. Carr, actually, he had, with that weird ass injury, still got you 22 points, Chad. So I think that helped you. I forget what he did before he got hurt to get those points, but nevertheless, he still got you 22 before he went out. Now, of course, you're going to be quarterback searching. I saw a few good ones on the waiver wire. You got 2 offers already with Ryan and Rivers. Can't go wrong. Now, as you've pointed out on that text, your bench scored more almost than your whole starting lineup, so that can't happen again. You probably won't win if that keeps happening. Let's see, Danny. You're strong at running back, you're strong running backs that I thought would do good over Chad. Weak points, 21 combined from Gordon and Najai. Pretty much average across the board for you, except for Breeze. He did decent, so he was your only decent player. Everyone else just average. So 146, gonna have to do better. So that one, Chad, who I predicted. Now, Nomads, he wandered his way into a win, as I also predicted. I knew this would be your week over them sagging balls. These nuts, man. Let's see, it was 204.55 to 129.55. I think you got the lowest points of the week there, nuts. Keys for Nomads, Brady again was solid for him. Consistent player, obviously, so you're not going to worry about him all year. Lamar Miller, though, that's your right there. Came out of nowhere, 38 points. Previous combined 3 games, 20. So if he keeps doing 38, you're going to be hard to beat with the 204 there. Your backups, too, even like Tevin Coleman, who plays, as a backup, still got 22, and even though you started him. So great day. No position player less than 10 other than your kicker. So solid. The nuts, man. I think your highest scorer was Wentz, 26. He had 3 people over 30, so you were pretty much destined to lose. McCoy had 23, so solid. Kelly got hurt tonight, so he didn't really help you to get more points. You probably would have maybe 140 would have finished, so it would have been more respectable if he didn't get hurt. Low scores, though, from pretty much everybody. That Jacksonville player, I was like, about when you played, you got 3 points. So, Nomads, there you go, first win. Swirling in the bowl, you shat on the Wolverines, as I had thought as well. They just don't have enough firepower there yet. They're Charlie close. Keys were Big Red, Dalton, 55. Again, another one of those out of the nowhere, outscored himself, first 3 games combined. So I guess it was the week 4 to do it. Solid showing from Freeman, Thomas, all good games. So I also thought we're going to do good as well. Not all the players I predicted did what they thought, so I did have a few goose eggs, but those guys I knew were going to do good. Now, this one, I think, yeah, you're the one. Cook, you had this big week, ACL injury, gone. Carson, broken leg, gone for at least till December, but I'm pretty sure he's gone for a while with all the running backs they have there. So Duke Johnson to the rescue for you, Graham. You might be sagging on those points next week, so let's see what you can do here in this the waiver wire. Now, Wolverines, you know what? I didn't even think about it, too. You would have probably did a lot better with David Johnson. So I have to say, with every time I predict your shit these weeks, David Johnson would have added at least another 20 probably to your scores. So I should factor that in every time. But since you don't have David Johnson and you have to play with what you got, As predicted, he just didn't have enough firepower. And he did have a crazy game from Dalton. So I think from what I saw, Abdullah did fine, actually, better than I thought. He's another one I didn't think was going to do anything. He actually did do something. Cousins, way off. Thought he was going to suck it. I think they said like 14 points or 13. He had like triple that. Closer look, you just got beat by a Bengal, which is Dalton, and a Buck. Mike Evans, I think, had 17. One of your guys had 2, or 2-year wide receivers. So very few slots were outscored. So this was actually a closer game. So he didn't really shit all over. He might have just dropped like a dingleberry, like left it somewhere around you. But better luck next week. I didn't even look who you're playing yet, so we'll check that out in predictions and later in the week. My game, Boners, as also predicted, was going to beat Blaze. I donkey punched him on Monday night coming back there with Kareem Hunt. Actually, it was very close. It wasn't the blowout. I underperformed, but I got the job done. Basically, my running backs is where I'm doing it. If one of those guys goes down, I'm fucked. 100 points at least from all 3 of them. So half my points, basically, for my running backs. Bell alone, 52. The rest of them were 20-something. Hyde, even with a hurt hip, got 20-something. The rest were just average, though, so I could have been beat. My wide receivers are scaring me. They're not doing what I normally do with wide receivers, but my running backs are doing what I thought, so I'm just going to have to take what I can get. Can't have my cake and eat it, too. 26 total points, that's what I got from all my wide receivers, so that is not going to work. Blaze, actually, you had great from Wilson, outscored Rodgers. Second week in a row, he did good. Good numbers across the board. You had consistent. I think this is where I got you. Special teams, where I looked at the notes. 36 for my combined kicker and defense. You had 14. So that helped right there. I think that was like we basically lost by 20-some points. That right there is about, 20-something points. So just luck. So you could have had me. This one, game of the week. The only one I didn't pick right. Championship, you just, I don't know. I mean, orgasm, he made you swallow it after shoving like it down your throat. I mean, 131 points, and he almost outscored you. So obviously, Green Bay fucked you when they played the Bears Thursday. Devontae and Ty got hurt. It was done. Elliott tried to come back with his 40-point effort for you. Rest of your team said, you know what? I'm going to take this week off. So, Rob, you actually did fine with, what was it? I got Fournette, Howard, Denver, Kelsey tonight, all over 23. You actually could have been beat, though, because Julio went out. Stafford was just average. You scored just, 173, and I scored 200, Nomad scored 200, Chad scored 190. So basically all the other winners would have beat you. So, but you know what? A win is a win. So on the books, you got it. So that's going to do it then. Everybody took it. I mean, it went the way I thought it was going to go, except for that one, game of the week. So maybe next week when I look at the matchups. For highest scores, though, Dalton goes to Graham, Gurley for Chad. Wide receivers, Tyrell Williams, a Charger, who championship played, highest, I wouldn't say drafted player, but player on a team for us this week. Brait, who I also thought was not going to do anything, highest tight end scoring for a player on a team. I don't think he was drafted, though. I can't remember. Graham for Goskowski, kicker. Can't even pronounce that fucker's name. Houston for Chad. So we'll see I'll see the matchups here in a couple of days, and I'll get that out. So till next time, fuckers. Later, ECC.